We're recording.
Continue. Okay. Good morning. I'd like to bring the Automotive and Flat Glass Board meeting to order. What is it, 9:02?
Yeah.
Karen?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes from the previous meeting?
Yes, sir.
Any corrections or omissions?
No, they're good to me. I make a motion, we accept the minutes.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. So Mr. Amon would be under the comments and concerns today?
Right.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I think he fell off, right?
he
Yeah,
did.
you said he's not there right now.
He did. So I'll
So
keep
we'll
an eye
we'll
on
skip
it.
that. And I see
have
Pamela
Joe.
Brown and Janita are here, so let's go for the investigation complaint status.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Pamela Brown and Janita Hamel
Good
are
morning.
here from the Department of Consumer Protection Investigation Division. Janita will report out.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, board members. I submitted to Karen the board report for complaints for July 1st of 2021 to August 31st of 2021. And in that time frame, we received one new complaint, and we have not, I think that's a mistake, because there was nothing closed during that time. Because if it was closed, it would show up on the report. And as I said, I've been having a few issues with my computer and email and stuff, but I can assure you that there was only one complaint that came in. If anything was closed, it would show right across the report, like it's always done, with occupational, the case number, glass board, the issue, the nature, and it would also show the respondent and the respondent's credential on it. So I apologize for that typo, and I will correct that and send a correct report to Karen for your records. And then
Thank you,
for,
Janita. Okay.
Yeah, it shows that you have three open current or whatever. Is that accurate on that tab at the bottom? There's the big report, and then there's the GLZ separate tab that shows one under, it says period A, B, C, D, and it shows one under period A, three under B, one under C, and one under D. Is that the
I
report?
was reading the July through August report first, and now what
Oh,
you're looking
okay.
at
yeah,
is,
and then,
Oh, I
and then,
see,
and
yeah.
then again, with the September 1st through the October 31st, I apologize. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that report, because we only got new complaints in for a total, and there were none closed, because if anything is closed, it will show up with all of the information for you. So,
Right, I just see the one complaint in here for
yeah,
Romanelli or something, it says. Is that what I saw? Hold on. Glazer.
okay, because maybe I'm looking at something different, and I do apologize. If there's something in there for Mr. Romanelli, I hope not to lose you. I'm going to try to look at something else. So if Mr. Romanelli is on there, I do apologize. Let me,
Yeah, it says glass board, line number 35. Says for workmanship, Michael A. Romanelli.
Wasn't that closed a while back? Or is that another complaint about him?
unfortunately, none of that is showing up on my screen, so I do apologize. Like I said, I have been having horrendous laptop email problems, and I don't have that on my screen.
Yeah, I can give you a case number. It has a case number here, 2021-210.
Then that would be, hang on a second. I will have to leave this section and bring up the complaint records.
Yeah, it says it was created July 27th, 2021.
Okay, yeah. And then
Open,
if it's
current.
closed, it would have the closed information.
Yep, no, it just still says open, current, remains open.
Okay, like I said, I'm not sure what happened with the reports and the reporting out, and I do apologize because this has not ever happened before.
What happened probably, Janita, is that it was entered. It is showing, but it's actually entered under the home improvement board. I'm pulling that one up now.
Okay,
That may be why it didn't pull down on your report.
but again, I do apologize because it's been a tough month for me with my laptop and cell phone and emails and computer issues. So if the board wants, I will rerun these reports and send them to Karen, and you will have them for the correct ones for your January meeting. And I do wholeheartedly apologize.
No worries, it happens. Nothing critical.
And let me just look at that
Well-
one. The reason why that one was closed, Janita, because it was entered under the wrong board. So let me just
Okay.
see if it's actually opened. So we probably shouldn't be going to a lot of detail.
There's a
The next-
Yes,
possibility
that is,
he came under.
that was re-entered, and so that one is currently opened. That is one of your new ones that are open. It was closed because it was entered incorrectly by the complaint center. And then they reopened it, putting it on the proper board, which is a flat glass unlimited board. And it is currently active
Oh, okay,
and open.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that.
Their next meeting is on February 24th, Danita. So if there's anything to be sent over, I don't know if you want to send it over prior to their next board meeting or not. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Because they're meeting every 3 months. So
Oh, okay.
all the boards are, yeah. Unless there's, reason to add a special meeting. They're every 3 months.
So for the coming year, the boards are all meeting every 3 months.
Right, right,
Okay, so then I can restructure the reports to be a 3-month span.
right. They're all meeting quarterly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, and you got the calendar, right, for all the boards?
Yeah,
Yes.
yep. I just had, in the scheme of things with having email and laptop problems, I still finding stuff. So
Oh,
thank you.
of course. Yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. All right.
Thank you, Janita. Any more questions for Janita and Pam Brown? Jennifer?
No,
Carl?
I'm good. I'm just looking at the minutes here.
Well, thank you. Moving on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies.
And have a nice holiday. Be safe.
You
You as
too,
well.
Mr. Chairman, board members, have a good holiday.
Thank you.
Under old business, I see Leslie O'Brien is here.
Yes,
Are we looking at on the old business number 2 to substitute House Bill number 6100?
I'm not sure what Leslie wants to weigh in on here. Can you hear us, Leslie?
Morning, Leslie.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. We had something under old business, the House Bill number 6100.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I don't
Well,
know
I don't
if-
know. It's so, the bill that passed, which is now law, so it's not just a bill anymore, it's a public act. It made some changes to incorporate contracting language requirements that are in the Home Improvement Act into 20-333. But it applies to it applies to home projects. And it just requires contracts. It's a problem because the intention was not for the law to require with work in residential work. It wasn't intended to require every residential project to have a contract. There are a lot of the trades, we understand that, do a lot of invoicing. For example, plumbers show up to do emergency work at residential, units all the time, and having a contract ahead of time wouldn't make any sense. And so it was never the intention that the language actually say that. So we're proposing language this session to fix that, so that invoicing is of course allowed, and that when contracts are entered into, that certain language is included in the contracts like in the Home Improvement Act, but not to require that everything has a contract. So
Thank you.
So that's that update. We can't share language yet. The governor's office doesn't allow us to share language until they've signed off on it, but we have submitted language and we're waiting for that.
Well, our major concern was what you just told us about getting a contract to go fix some storm windows or a sliding unit in somebody's house, to get a contract when, a bird flew through the window and you want to get it done.
Yeah. Well, this will be changed so you can still invoice. It will require with the invoice that the licensee who's doing the work, that their license is on the invoice, which was really the underlying intention the entire time with our language. So it sort of, morphed into something it wasn't supposed to morph into. So anyway, so that will be fixed too. So it will, when there's an invoice, there will be a requirement that the licensee who's doing the work, that their license is on the invoice, so that if there is a complaint and we need to investigate, the investigations team, has all the information. It's a lot easier than them sort of trying to, figure out guess who did the work. Right, exactly.
Thank you, Leslie, for clearing that up for us.
No problem.
So that's a work in progress, I'm assuming.
Yep. Yes, it is. That's all I have on that.
And it's a short session, right? So when do you guys, when will you submit? We'll know that at our next board meeting, or will you email us and let us know when the language is approved?
I will email all the board chairs as soon as I get sign off that I can, which hopefully will be soon.
Yeah.
The session doesn't convene until the first Wednesday in February. And then they adjourn, of course, in the first Wednesday in May this year. So it is, as you said, a short session. And our agenda's light relative to past year, past sessions. But as soon as I get sign off, I will send the language along to everybody.
Gotcha.
Do you have anything else you want to report on? You sounded like you had something in your bag of tricks over there.
I don't think so. I think that's all I have. I think that your agenda included an update on the regs. So I don't know if you want to talk about that now, or if you want to just,
We always want to talk about the regulations.
Well, I would just say, again, I know it's an old business item that is on probably every agenda to my recollection, but I would advise, even though it's a short session, I would advise that working with your, the industry lobbyists, that, language like I think was introduced last session, it may have been 2019 or 2020 now. I don't even remember anymore. It was probably 2020, right? That language, that you work on having that language proposed for a statutory change to, fix the definition and statute, so that we don't end up just playing volleyball with the, regs proposal. We've talked about this a lot, and that's my continued recommendation for you. And I know that I guess it was 2020, before everything shut down. I think that someone had language raised that would address these concerns, and so I would advise doing that again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to all. I hope you all have a wonderful
Same to you.
Thanksgiving next week. Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too, thanks.
Thank you.
Moving on. New business. Is Jim Amon back yet? No.
Yes, we do have Jim back, and I'm not sure if you can see on the screen where the participants are listed, but we have him, we have John Bailey, we have Joe Fazzino, and we have Elaine, which I think you said was from CGDA. So those are the 4 people that we do have. So again, you can let me know at any point if you want to, address them, include them in the conversation. They are here and they are listening.
I mean, we might as well bring them in because we don't know,
All right.
Well, the only thing I would like to say is that, everybody's here and just kind of follow up on what Leslie O'Brien said. If anybody wants to make any changes, the board is always there to and would like to work with them so we don't find out things after and it becomes, well, what it has for the last
20
3 or
years.
4 years. Yeah, maybe we can try a different tactic, work together and, come out with something that everybody agrees with prior to.
Sounds good, John.
I'm here. I was muted. Sorry about that.
Was that Jim Amon?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning, John.
My wife likes me to be muted.
I'm sorry.
Just a little joke.
Oh, okay.
Jim, was that
I
your
was gonna
wife?
say, you're not muted. We can hear you.
Hi, this is John Bailey.
Morning, John.
Morning.
John.
Hi, John.
I just wanted, I have to jump off in like actually 3 minutes, but for my update, it would be Jennifer and I have talked, and Jim and Mike Rell, myself, and Kim Glassman are continuing to look at that issue of the auto glass and an issue of out-of-state glass years coming into our state. So we're working on that issue together. And we also are working on the issue of the definition. So we know that the session starts in February, and we want to hit the ground running. So we're doing as much work outside the building as possible to develop or create the environment that will best suit us in our pursuit to get a definition for glass in statute, and also to address that issue that has been brought up by Safe Light. Jim, do you want to add anything?
No, John, you did a good job.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That means a lot, actually. So
No,
thank
you
you very
did.
much.
No, we'll just continue
All those
dialogue.
years, Jim, all those years as a speaker, huh? Gotcha, finally.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it's been interesting since I've left.
Yeah, well, it's been interesting for us.
I don't know if I'd ever want to ever run for office again, but I left at a good time, I think.
Well, we've been trying to get these regulations, as you well know, you probably heard me say it 1,000 times, for 20 years.
Right.
And this board has sat through so many attorneys and advisors. The only mainstay right now is Richard Herbert. He's been here since we've been here. But they say change every time you turn around, it's somebody else different. And they keep on fighting us on our regulations. All we want is our regs to tell people what we do, how we do it, and who's supposed to be doing it. And that's the main thing for us, to get that point across. So if you could help us do that, we'd really be appreciative of it, obviously. and we get back to business more or less.
Yeah, I think the conversations we had last year, as John said, were positive. I think the sooner we have more dialogue between us, better to go into session prepared. And as was pointed out, we need to address the statute issue.
Thank you. Any questions for John or Jim?
No,
No, thank you, Mr. Speaker,
Okay.
and
Everybody have
John.
And just John, I'm just John, that's it, right? I don't have a thing in front of me. Bye, guys.
You're a
How
baby.
about,
You're
how
a-
about
you're a
Captain
legend,
John? You got
John.
a set, you got a big ship behind you.
Yes, I do. That's right. Oh, no, you're right. I do have that. That's weird. All right, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'll talk to you, and Jim, we'll talk offline.
Thank
Okay,
you.
John, sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you
Goodbye,
both of you.
everybody. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy and healthy.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your help.
Bye,
Happy
guys.
holidays.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Elaine,
Yes,
are you there?
I am here. I've been on mute because I also have a horrible cold.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing these Zoom meetings, huh?
No kidding. I wouldn't be there if it was in person, trust me. I'm lucky I get to stay home today.
And you are part of the CGDA?
Correct. I'm sitting in for Allison today. She had another conflict.
Do you have anything to report on the testing or the bookwork that has changed?
I do not. We are getting more apprentices in, and I think the online program is going very smoothly. We haven't had any complaints.
Very good. So you're getting more apprentices in now?
Yeah, I think we had like 3 in the past 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
It was dormant for a while, and all of a sudden we started getting applications.
Great. Any questions for Elaine?
No.
Mr. Frazino,
Good morning, Edward and everybody.
how are you today?
Oh, I'm peachy keen. I was on mute for quite a bit there. I was trying to say hello quite a bit ago, but I wasn't allowed to speak. But hello, everyone.
hello.
Joe, do you have anything on any apprentices at the local
Well,
level?
we do have a new class in each Rhode Island and Connecticut for glazers that have begun. A little bit smaller than normal, but we're still probably, there's at least 15 of them that are enrolled and taking classes right now. But we are actively going out and to the trade schools to try to bring more in, because the workload seems to be pretty heavy over the next couple of years.
Is that 15 between both places or each place?
I would say that was the Connecticut. Rhode Island's got a few less. I don't have the exact number there, but Connecticut's got like 15 first-year apprentices.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that the trade is picking up and business is getting
Yeah,
back
it
to
was
somewhat normal.
last year kind of slowed us way down with all the COVID stuff. Our guys worked pretty steady through it all, but bringing in new people wasn't happening last year.
Any questions for Joe? Jen, you got a question for Joe?
Nope. I do have a question for Richard, though.
Good morning, Richard.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good,
Good.
yourself?
Good.
So I know that you had sent me the letters to look at for the appointments for who's on what, because I know we have some vacancies. And I noticed, so you said that Frank was on originally, he was on for flat, but then it was, in the letter, it was crossed off and handwritten on for auto glass. So, but then I'm on for auto glass, and I thought I was on for flat. So I just want to make sure that, we know who's on for what. So are we missing an auto glass member or are we missing a flat glass member?
No, hang on a minute. I think Karen has it correct on your agenda now. Let me see here. Yeah, so the agenda, the way it is now, is the best we can prove who has what position. So at the time, the letters were just worded wrong back when everybody was originally appointed, but so we just divvied up, Karen and I went through all the letters and we came up with, it doesn't make any difference because you still have the position on the board as far as voting rights.
Right, it's just a matter where, right, because we're short a member and our regulations, the law says we have to have a certain amount of each category, so.
Right, so right now, if the board members were interested or the industry was interested, you could ask the governor to give you, Jennifer, to be a general or unlimited contractor for flat glass work, which is.
That's what you had me in August, is that, and then I see you changed it.
Right, because we went through all the original letters of appointments. Yep.
Right,
And then,
so we're
the new-
missing, so then we're missing an AG too as well. We're missing an auto glass journeyman because Ed is our flat glass journeyman. But it looks like we're missing an auto glass journey person and we're missing a.
No, I don't think there's a position for a journey person auto glass.
I thought the law was we had to have two. I thought it was 2 contractors, 2 journeymen for each trade and then the public. I could be wrong.
No, I'm gonna look it up right now, but I can't get my computer to quite be fair with me.
I went through that painstakingly before, I went through, what Richard had determined from long ago before I was here. And, how many members of each that we should have. Just looking at the breakdown now. To make sure that it was correct within what we're supposed to have.
So we're actually missing 4 people.
No,
Well,
you're missing the 2 that's listed on your agenda.
Okay.
We're missing 3.
We're missing 3 public members and 1 general or unlimited contractor for flat glass work.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, as long as all 4 of us stay healthy, we can still continue the meetings.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you needed for some reason I thought we needed the journeyman for each flat, 1 for flat, 1 for auto.
That's what some of the boards have.
Is it safe to say we're operating within the boundaries of the Department of Consumer Protection?
Yeah, because I know that somebody was expressing interest in getting on for the auto, so that's why I was just wanted to make sure that we had the vacancies were correct.
Anyway, that gets back to what I was trying to say in the beginning, is that if someone was interested in being appointed on the board and that person had an auto glass contractor type license, then possibly the governor could do a new letter for you, Jennifer, to appoint you as the general contractor unlimited flat glass person. And then that will relieve the slot to give a second letter to someone to be an unlimited general contractor auto glass person.
Well, that stands to reason. Wouldn't you prefer that, Jen? Because you don't do that much auto glass anyway.
Right. I mean, it would be probably more prudent for the board to have somebody like John more focused on auto. Than over the years I've become less involved with auto. I do it and I know it, but I'm just saying that for the balance, it may be better to have somebody have me on his flat and someone else who does more like John's business more auto, at least, at least half of their time, to have a better representation, that's all.
Yeah. I
So
think
as
Jen
soon
would
as somebody
appreciate
finds
that.
an AG1 person, then you can see if you could do get the governor's office to appoint such person and do the swap of positions.
Well, I talked to somebody recently that has both an AG1 and a FG1, and they expressed interest. And they're like 50-50, which is not common. I mean, back in 10, 15 years ago, there was a lot of companies that did both, maybe split down the middle. These people do. So I'll follow up with them.
Yeah, we sent
I'm
him
a
to
strict-
Richard. We gave him the info to,
Yeah, so
Go
we'll see.
to-
I myself are, basically I haven't done flat glass in years, so.
What was that, Jennifer, you were saying?
I said, that was the person that Richard, I sent you an email, I forwarded you an email, and he was gonna, you gave me the stuff for the governor's office for him to,
Oh, yeah, to write in. Yep.
yeah. Because obviously only he can do that, so.
Correct. Well, no, the governor is supposed to, the person should do that, but they should also get a letter of reference from employer or employee associations. So if the person is in a trade union, maybe the trade union can write a supporting letter. If they belong to the Connecticut Glass Dealers Association, maybe they could attach a supporting letter.
Gotcha.
So that's part of the law as well,
Yep.
I just emailed over to you guys the breakdown of members as it is in the law, so that you can look at that just to make sure, that that's aligned with what's on the agenda the way we have it now. So you guys can check the email after. Or whenever you.
Yeah, there's no journey.
Somebody
There's
just
no
froze.
journey person for auto glass listed. So,
It's only, I see it, it's only for flat.
correct.
One journeyman for flat, got it.
Who's that?
You.
See you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, this is Joe. That being said, is there criteria that I could try to solicit a position on the board as either a public member or a flat glass licensed journey person holder?
Well, you have a license, right?
Yes, I do.
So you have to be appointed to one of the licensed positions.
Okay,
Oh, you can't have a license and be appointed.
You can have a license and be appointed to a position that requires you to hold a license.
gotcha. So did I just hear that that slot was open or it isn't? We don't have that in this board that requires them.
I think there is a slot open, Joe. Because Kevin
But
resigned.
I think Joe's a 2. Are you a 2 or a 1?
No, I'm a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a contractor.
That's the position that's
Is that-
open for contract.
I could go get that license.
Wouldn't Joe be considered a public member?
No, because he has a license.
But it doesn't show that there's one, all it shows is one general or unlimited contractor left.
I think the public are supposed to be people not in the trade, so it
Right.
wouldn't, yeah, that's probably why.
Right.
Sorry, Joe.
So I take that as a no.
Sorry, Joe.
All right, I can keep coming to meetings and get muted. I'm
We can get
I'm
you
okay with that.
unmuted for a slight fee. Maureen? Oh, excuse me, hold on a second. Jen, you have any questions from Richard Herbert anymore?
No, I'm all set.
Okay. I'm looking at Maureen Magnan.
Yes, hi. I'm
Hi.
Deputy Commissioner. Just listening. I have no input today.
Thank you. New business. We covered most of it.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no working group this month. There weren't any applications. The next one's January.
Mhm.
Joe has his hand up. Joe, we can hear you though. So you shouldn't.
Yeah,
be-
I had a hand from before. I forgot to take it down.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. There you go.
Yep. Thank you.
Any other comments or concerns for anyone present today? Oh, before I go there, Jen, did you happen to get anything from the Cynthia Fernandez? About
With regards to,
the Foundation of Fair Contracting letter dated August 20th, August 11th, 2020? There was a complaint filed.
with the mirrors, you know, about the mirror, the FOI that the board did. I
I'm
think
sorry,
we
Rebecca.
talked about that.
Okay,
Saying that was, you can hear me? That was the one that we wanted to say they consider that glaze, and that again goes back to this whole regulation issue.
okay. Just checking. All right, so are there any other comments or concerns of any person present today?
No,
No?
no.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Well, that was a nice, just a fast holiday meeting, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So can I get a motion to adjourn then?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second
All in favor?
it.
John,
Yep, I'll
all in favor?
be in favor of it.
I,
Aye.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to all then. And
Thanks,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.